Hello everyone. Welcome to Stoic Wisdom today. Imagine a secret so powerful it transforms chaos into calm, despair into determination, and uncertainty into unshakable strength. This isn't fiction. It's a philosophy, one that has guided Roman emperors through wars and plagues and helped everyday people overcome heartbreak, failure, and fear. A timeless wisdom, a way of life. Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Picture yourself in a moment of crisis. You've just lost your job, your relationship has ended, or stress is consuming you. Everything feels out of control. But then, something shifts. You remember this truth. The key to unbreakable happiness was never out there. It was inside you all along. This video is an invitation not just to understand Stoicism, but to live it. To reclaim control of your life. To build a mind that stays calm, clear and strong, no matter what life throws your way. Let's begin your journey inward to discover the strongest version of you. Part 1. The origins of Stoicism, a philosophy born from disaster. Stoicism didn't begin in comfort. It was forged in loss. Over 2,000 years ago, a wealthy merchant named Zeno of Citium suffered a devastating shipwreck. Everything he owned, gone. Stranded in Athens with nothing but questions, he wandered into a bookstore. There he read about Socrates, the thinker who challenged comfort, praised virtue, and mastered his mind. That moment sparked a transformation. Zeno turned personal disaster into philosophical discovery. From that day forward, he devoted his life to building a system of thought that could withstand any storm. Thus, Stoicism was born. Its core idea: happiness doesn't come from wealth, power, or praise. It comes from how you live, how you think, how you respond. The Stoics believed in 4 cardinal virtues. Wisdom, to know what truly matters. Courage, to face life boldly. Justice, to do what is right. Temperance, to remain balanced and disciplined. These aren't abstract values, they're tools, practices, anchors. In a world of noise, temptation, and chaos, Stoicism reminds us that the strongest foundation is always internal. Because when everything falls apart, your character is what remains. Part 2. Turning obstacles into opportunities. The Stoic advantage. The Epictetus quote: "What if every obstacle you face was actually your path forward?" That's the Stoic advantage. Marcus Aurelius, leader of the Roman Empire and master of self-discipline, wrote in his personal reflections, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." For Stoics, adversity isn't a detour, it's the training ground for greatness. When you lose something, you gain awareness. When you're betrayed, you gain boundaries. When plans fail, you gain resilience. The Stoic mindset doesn't ignore difficulty, it transforms it. Life will throw challenges at you: loss, rejection, humiliation. But your reaction, that's yours to shape. Ask yourself, what virtue is being tested right now? Is it courage in the face of fear? Temperance amid temptation? Wisdom during confusion? Every obstacle is a mirror, showing you where you still have room to grow. In a culture obsessed with avoiding pain, the Stoic stands apart, not by seeking suffering, but by using it. The path to strength isn't paved with ease, it's carved through struggle, and that's what makes you unshakable. Part 3. Daily Stoic practices, building strength from within. So, Stoicism isn't just a theory, it's a daily practice, a mental gym for your mind and soul. The Stoics trained like warriors, not with weapons, but with wisdom. And today you can train too. Here are 4 powerful practices to build inner resilience. 1. Premeditation malorum, morning mental rehearsal. Each morning ask yourself, what could go wrong today? A rejection? A delay? A harsh word? Visualize it. Prepare your mind, not with fear but with clarity. That way, when it happens, you're not surprised, you're ready. 2. The dichotomy of control. When stress hits, pause and ask, is this within my control? If yes, act. If not, release it. This one shift alone can dissolve anxiety and sharpen focus. 3. Stoic journaling. At night, reflect. What did I do well? Where did I slip? What can I learn? Writing creates self-awareness. Awareness builds mastery. 4. Amor fati. Love your fate. Don't just accept what happens, embrace it. Every experience is fuel. Every moment is material for strength. Practice these daily and over time, you won't just think like a Stoic, you'll live like one. Part 4. Stoicism in action. Real stories of inner triumph. Stoicism isn't a philosophy trapped in books. It's a force tested and proven in the fire of real life. Epictetus was born a slave, beaten, abused, and bound, yet his words echo through centuries. You may chain my leg, but not my mind. He taught freedom not as something granted by others, but something claimed within. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, wrote daily reflections, not to impress others, but to keep himself grounded in a world filled with war, betrayal, and constant pressure. And in our own era, a political prisoner sat alone in a tiny cell. No freedom, no future. But he discovered something priceless. His thoughts were still his own. A woman, heartbroken after divorce, chose not to sink into resentment, but to rebuild herself from the inside out. What do all these stories share? In every one, the world outside was in turmoil. But inside, they chose calm. They chose clarity. They chose the Stoic path. You don't need to be a philosopher, emperor, or hero. You just need to pause, breathe, and respond with intention. That's where power begins. Part 5. Stoicism and emotions. Mastery, not suppression. One of the biggest misconceptions about Stoicism is this, that it teaches you to suppress your emotions. But that's not Stoicism. That's denial. The Stoics never said, don't feel. They said, feel deeply, then respond wisely. Emotions are part of being human. You will feel anger, sadness, anxiety. Stoicism doesn't ask you to erase these, it teaches you to observe them. When anger rises, a Stoic notices it, like a storm cloud drifting by. Instead of lashing out, they ask, where is this coming from? What does this feeling want me to do? And is that response wise? You don't lose your humanity, you sharpen it. And what about injustice? Stoicism doesn't accept it blindly. It asks you to stand firm, not in rage, but in principled courage. Change what you can. Let go of what you can't. Channel your energy where it will matter most. Mastering emotion isn't coldness, it's clarity. In the heat of conflict, it's what allows you to stay centered, to respond with strength, not impulse. That's not weakness, that's discipline. That's power. Part 6. Stoicism for the modern world. Reclaiming focus and strength. We live in the most connected era in history, and yet, many of us feel more anxious, more distracted, and more alone than ever before. Notifications pull our attention, social media fuels comparison, modern life moves fast, but our minds are overwhelmed. This is where Stoicism shines. It cuts through the noise. While the world tells you to chase more likes, more success, more speed, Stoicism tells you, pause, breathe. Ask yourself what truly matters. In the workplace, Stoic tools like journaling and the dichotomy of control can reduce stress and increase productivity. In relationships, pausing before reacting can turn conflict into connection. And amid global uncertainty, climate change, political unrest, economic fear, Stoicism reminds you you are not powerless. Your choices still matter. You can still be just. You can still be calm. You can still live with integrity. One person living with virtue sends ripples outward. The world may be loud, but your peace doesn't have to be lost in it. You can reclaim your mind, right here, right now. Part 7. Daily Stoic Exercises. Live the philosophy you've coined. Ideas without action are decoration. Stoicism is a philosophy to live, to practice daily. Here's how you can begin, starting today. 1. Evening reflection. Each night, take 5 minutes. Write down what challenged you. How did you respond? What did you learn? This habit creates awareness, and awareness builds growth. 2. Control audit. When stress rises, pause. Ask, is this something I can control? If yes, take action. If no, breathe and let go. Write it down in a small notebook. Over time, you'll train your mind to stay focused. 3. Morning premeditation. Visualize the obstacles you may face today. See yourself meeting them with calm, strength, and grace. 4. Amor fati exercise. Choose a past difficulty. Reflect on what it taught you. Begin to see each hardship not as a curse, but as fuel. 5. Mindful affirmation. Sit quietly. Inhale deeply. Repeat. I control my mind. I choose my response. These practices aren't quick fixes. They're mental training. Daily disciplines for inner peace and unshakable strength. Part 8. Conclusion. Becoming unshakable through Stoicism. At the heart of Stoicism is one simple, powerful shift. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? That mindset changes everything. Adversity becomes your teacher. Setbacks become fuel. Every painful moment becomes part of your transformation. Practicing daily gratitude, even in difficulty, builds resilience. And remembering the truth of impermanence, that nothing lasts forever, not pain, not pleasure, anchors you in peace. In a world chasing control over everything, Stoicism guides you inward. It says, let go of what you cannot command. Master what you can. Your thoughts, your choices, your virtues. Whether you're navigating heartbreak, burnout, anxiety, or confusion, this philosophy offers clarity. So today, begin your personal Stoic plan. Reflect on your values. Set one goal rooted in courage, wisdom, justice, or temperance. Let each small step build your inner fortress. Remember, every moment counts. Every obstacle hides an opportunity. Every reaction is a choice. You don't need to control the world. You just need to master your mind. Subscribe to Stoic Wisdom today. Like, comment, and share this with someone who needs strength. This is your journey.